Muletrain.
It is time now for the Friday, November 18th, 2016, the Beat Breckenridge edition of the Muletrain News here on Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com, brought to you by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Funeral services for R.L. Scott, 91 of Muleshoe, were held at 2 Friday afternoon at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, where he was a deacon and a longtime faithful member, with his pastor, Dr. Stacy Connor, officiating, and also his son-in-law, Scott Turner of Centerpoint. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. R.L. Scott died on Wednesday in Muleshoe. The meals are being served at the home, 1811 West Avenue D, here in Muleshoe. R.L. Scott was born June the 25th, 1925 in Memphis, Texas, to James Lee and Lorena Taylor Scott. He married Doris Crouch in Littlefield, May the 4th, 1947. R.L. was a longtime resident of the Muleshoe area. He served during World War II in the United States Army, and in 2005, Raymond Scott was presented his Anton High School diploma because 60 years before that, his public education was interrupted by World War II. He farmed most of his life and also served as a Bailey County Commissioner for 12 years. Raymond Scott was a member and a deacon of the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe. In 2003, he was named as Channel 6's Mr. Valentine. He is preceded in death by his parents and his brother, known as Shorty Scott. R.L. is survived by his wife Doris of the home here in Muleshoe, his two sons, Ronald and his wife Joyce of Muleshoe, and Troy, also of Muleshoe, his daughter Brenda Turner and her husband Scott of Centerpoint, his sister Joyce Turnbow of Henderson, Kentucky, formerly of Muleshoe, 5 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. Please remember Doris and all of her family in your prayers, please. The Scott family suggests that if you wish to send a memorial, that you send it to Muleshoe Meals on Wheels Incorporated, 300 South 1st Street, here in Muleshoe, 79347. And you can also send sympathy messages to the family at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. Funeral service for Lois Washington, 88 of Muleshoe, will be held Saturday afternoon at 2 in the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating, her pastor. Burial will be in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Lois Washington died Tuesday here in Muleshoe. She was born September 12th, 1928 in Temple, Oklahoma, to Willis Edward and Rosa Nell Fulton Brown. She married George Washington in Frederick, Oklahoma on June the 26th, 1948. Lois was a Muleshoe school secretary for many years. She enjoyed sewing, reading, and researching genealogy. She was a member of the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe. Lois Washington was preceded in death by her husband George, who was a coach at Muleshoe schools. He died in 2010. Her parents, her sister Lorraine Chambers, and a brother, Lloyd Brown. Survivors are her son Mark Washington and his wife Linda of Muleshoe, her daughter Lana Lewis, and her husband Mike of Lubbock. One sister, Christine Taylor of Azle, one brother, Olin Brown of Columbia, Missouri, and 3 grandchildren, Cooper Washington of Muleshoe, Dusty Lewis and his wife Ashley, and Eric Washington and his wife Kyra. The family suggests memorials be sent to Muleshoe Meals on Wheels Incorporated, 300 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe, 79347, or the First Baptist Church, 220 West Avenue E in Muleshoe. Online condolences can be sent to www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Lois Washington died here in Muleshoe on Tuesday, and the funeral service will be held at 2 Saturday afternoon in the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, with her pastor, Dr. Stacy Connor, officiating. The First Baptist Church will provide a meal at Lee Al's for the family.
As we informed you last week, the University Interscholastic League has sold all TV broadcast rights for every high school football playoff game this year to Fox Sports. We were negotiating to buy those rights to broadcast the Muleshoe versus Breckenridge area playoff game this week and received a contract late Tuesday from Fox Sports. The contract required that we pay $800 to broadcast each playoff game, film and broadcast those games with at least 2 cameras, film and broadcast the game in high definition, superimpose a logo at least once an hour in our broadcasts, include Fox ads in our broadcasts, along with mandating us not use any of our sponsors that compete against those Fox ads in the categories of fast food, healthcare, insurance, or auto manufacturing. In addition, the broadcast and all content that we film at the game would belong to Fox Sports. We feel that these demands, among several other requirements in the 8-page contract, are unreasonable for a business the size of Gillam Advertising. This brings us great sadness, as we have covered every Muleshoe Mules football game on television since the 1980 football season, and 25 years prior to that on radio. That's 61 years of continuous coverage here by our family of Muleshoe Mules football. We wish the Mules good luck tonight on Friday night, and beat Breckenridge, and apologize for not being able to be there with you to cover the football game.
The Mules and the Breckenridge team will be playing at Big Spring at 7 o'clock Friday night. The tickets are $5 for adults and $3 for students. Passes are not accepted. Muleshoe schools were dismissed early at 1:30 on Friday afternoon so everyone could get down to the game. Now, also in our 3A district, Littlefield is playing Bowie Saturday at 6 at Mustang Bowl in Sweetwater. But also at Mustang Bowl in Sweetwater from our district, River Road is playing Brock at 7 Friday night. Also in 3A, Wall versus Clyde, 7:30 Friday at Brownwood. And Farwell is playing Wellington Friday at 7 at Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo. Well, it got a little bit chilly. 31 was the low here in Muleshoe this morning, and at 7 o'clock on this Beat Breckenridge Day, it was still 31 degrees. Yesterday's high was 76. The day before was 81, so we're getting cooler by the hour almost. And now 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. And now a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company. 5 area plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 area 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, a cool day on tap here for the Muleshoe area on Friday, and then we'll have a hard freeze overnight into the early morning hours of Saturday. Sunny, high near 52 degrees today on Friday. North-northeast winds between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Then clear tonight, low around 21 degrees. North-northeast winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest after midnight. So if you have any plants outside, make sure to bring them in. Also to bring all your pets and animals in doors overnight, as our low will get to 21 degrees. Sunny on Saturday, high near 55 degrees, so a little bit warmer. On Saturday, south-southwest winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Saturday night, low around 29. Sunny, much warmer on Sunday, high near 70 degrees. West-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Sunday night, low around 38. Partly cloudy on Monday, high near 69 degrees. West-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear Monday night, low around 42. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 63 degrees. West winds between 10 and 20 miles per hour in the afternoon hours. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 32. And repeating again, a very cool day today on Friday as well on Saturday. Sunny, high near 52. North-northeast winds between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Then a hard freeze tonight for Muleshoe. Clear, low around 21 degrees. Sunny on Saturday, high near 55. South-southwest winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Saturday night, low around 29. Then warming up a little on Sunday. 5 area telephone. West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
At the pre-area auditions for choir on Tuesday, Muleshoe High School had 5 choir members advance to the area: Chris Barber, Colton Morrison, Chris Flores, Jill Rojas, and Autumn Gutierrez. Congratulations to them, and good luck as they compete on January the 7th in the area. There were 3 MHS choir students that did not advance, but they stayed close to their original ranking or moved up in their ranking section, according to Christy Barber, who is the choir director at MHS. They are Gio Seha, Mercy Manzanellis, and Alexa Herrera. And congratulations to them for their hard work also. Now, over at Watson Junior High, in the UIL rankings for the junior high students or middle school students, the Watson Junior High won first with 1,080 points. Second was Littlefield with 979 points. Friona was third with 653 points, and Dimmitt was fourth with 632 points. And congratulations to Watson Junior High students who won first in the district in the junior high or middle school division of University Interscholastic League academic events. They had 1,080 points. And the people did turn out at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center on Thursday for the big Thanksgiving meal. They served over 700 meals, and they thank you for coming and eating with them. It was a huge success for their first Thanksgiving supper at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a moment. Please stay tuned.
Libby Leal and Angelica Toscano want you to join them at Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Yashi, Texas. Come and eat anything from quesadillas to grilled cheese and the best hamburgers in town, open every day of the week. I especially like the bean and cheese burritos. I have traveled throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado and never eaten at a better Mexican food restaurant than the original Leal's. This is Julia Reynolds, and I know that the original Leal's is the best.
This edition of the Muletrain News is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where the First Bank now has the School Spirit MasterCard debit cards available for the Muleshoe Mules. Call or come by 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515 to find out more about the School Spirit MasterCard debit card. Show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swipe your card. Available now for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, or Bovina Mustangs. That's at the First Bank, member FDIC.
Nelda Hunt announces that the Circle of Love's Night of Praise and Worship will be held here in Muleshoe at the Bailey County Coliseum Saturday night at 6 o'clock. And admission will be a canned food to donate to the Hartley House in Clovis. And that is a home for abused women and children on Main Street in Clovis. Now, entertaining will be Jack Stone, Bill and Roger, Jim and Rhonda Murphy, and the Muleshoe Cowboy Fellowship Worship Team. They'll be serving chili, and it will be delicious. Also, they will have an auction of pies and cakes. The Circle of Love is a group of Christian men, women, farmers, businessmen in Palmer and Bailey counties, ministering to the needs of people in our area. And several bands will be there, and you will enjoy the worship of the group from the Circle of Love. The Bailey County Commissioners Court will meet in special session at the Bailey County Courthouse on Monday morning at 10 o'clock and will canvass the votes from the November 8th general election. They will also conduct interviews for the Justice of the Peace. As you will recall, that Mrs. Redwine has resigned and retired as the Bailey County Justice of the Peace, Deborah Redwine. And then they will discuss the Justice of the Peace applicants and return to open session, consider appointment for a new Bailey County Justice of the Peace to fill out the unexpired term, says Bailey County Judge Sherry Harrison. That meeting is on Monday on the first floor in the Bailey County Courthouse here in Muleshoe. Also, the Board of Trustees of the Muleshoe Independent School District will meet Monday night at 7 at the School Administration Office at 514 West Avenue G. And among the items on their agenda will be conduct public hearing to present 2014-15 school first rating. Also, a public hearing to present the Texas Academic Performance Report, approved Team of 8 final report, appoint members to serve on the Bailey County Appraisal District Board, consider approval of the 2016 District Emergency Operation Procedure Manual, consider approval of the Jana Goodwin Floyd Scholarship, accept resignations, consider personnel, and also begin self-board examination, consider approval of sale of Main Street property. We want to thank Richard Goodwin so very much for calling and telling us how much he appreciated the nice story we ran about the scholarship he and his wife Jan have established in memory of his sister, Jana Goodwin Floyd. It's an annual scholarship of $1,000 to a Muleshoe High School graduate who's going into nursing. And we were told that he lives in Denton with his wife Jan, and guess who their neighbors are? Charles and Rhonda Pummel, of course, formerly of Muleshoe, and Barbara and Bob Finney, also of Muleshoe. So they are in good company down there in Denton, and it's in a retired village. Also, he told me that he worked for many years with International Harvester, and I got to thinking about why did he want a nursing scholarship to go to MHS graduate. Well, this is what I found out. Jana Lou Goodwin was born right here in Muleshoe on February the 10th, 1943, to the late Ross and Captola Goodwin of Muleshoe. And she was one of 4 children in their family, but she was the only daughter. And she was raised on a cotton farm outside of Muleshoe in the West Camp community in Bailey County. And Jana told someone that it was the best childhood anyone could have ever experienced. She spent all of her school years here in the Muleshoe schools and graduated from MHS in 1961, and always proudly proclaimed herself a Muleshoe mule. She started working right here in Muleshoe at our West Plains Medical Center. That was the forerunner of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. After graduating from MHS, she went to the nursing school at Methodist School of Nursing in Lubbock. And Jana graduated with her associate's degree in nursing in 1964, but that did not stop her nursing education. She moved with her husband Gerald Floyd to his hometown, which was Freona, and she was a nurse at the Palmer County Community Hospital from 1964 to 1970. And then they moved to Elkhart, Kansas, and she was the director of nursing there at that hospital in Elkhart, and that was Martin County Hospital. And she was devoted to every one of her patients and ensuring each one of them had the highest quality of care. She was a good nurse, but she was also a great teacher. She went back to school and received a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from West Texas State A&M University in 1990 and got a Master's of Nursing in 1998. After graduating with her master's, Jana Floyd worked at the Amarillo's Veterans Administration outpatient clinic, and she told her brother Richard that the people that she loved to work with so much were the World War II veterans. She worked there for 7 years, and she always loved and cared for her patients with respect and dignity. After Jana was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in October of 2005, she made a decision to retire from nursing. She battled cancer for the next 5 years, and she was buried July the 26th, 2010. And her funeral was held in Canyon at the Church of Christ there near the university that she and her family attended. She has 2 children and her husband, Gerald, who survived her. And so that is why this is such a special scholarship in memory of someone who never forgot their roots, Jana Goodwin Floyd. One thing she would want us to mention, that she was worthy advisor of the Muleshoe Rainbow Girls and enjoyed so much her many, many years in Rainbows here in Muleshoe. During the holiday season, volunteer bell ringers are needed desperately for the Salvation Army to ring bells right here in Muleshoe outside of local stores. This would be a great opportunity for a person or a civic group, Sunday schools, churches, school groups, scouts to get involved in helping others during the Christmas season. You can contact Judy Kaufman if you want to be a bell ringer in Muleshoe for the Salvation Army. Her number at the Bailey County Courthouse is 806-272-3647. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
Javad and all of his employees invite everyone in the Muleshoe area for Thanksgiving meal this coming Sunday, November the 20th from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. for turkey, dressing, green bean casserole, honey glazed ham, roast beef, salad bar, and dessert. You can also order a honey glazed ham prepared for takeout. The dinner bell is available for your Christmas parties as well. For more information, call 806-272-4080 or 806-438-6924. That's the Dinner Bell Restaurant right here in Muleshoe, 2103 West American Boulevard. Invites everyone for a Thanksgiving meal this coming Sunday, November the 20th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. right here in Muleshoe.
The Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South First Street has a new nurse practitioner, Christy Lee, now taking appointments by calling 806-272-7544 at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, which is located inside of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Also, Dr. Susan Davis's office is located inside of our hospital, and you can call that same number, 806-272-7544, to make an appointment with Dr. Davis. Christy Lee is now the new nurse practitioner here in Muleshoe at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe. Call to make an appointment with Christy Lee, 806-272-7544. Please remember in your prayers the family of Michael Winchester, whose wife is Julie, the granddaughter of the late Harvey and Marie Bass of Muleshoe. Her mother is Carola Bass Johnson, who was reared here in Muleshoe. Michael Winchester was murdered at the Oklahoma City Will Rogers Airport on Tuesday. The funeral services will be held at 10 Saturday morning at the First Baptist Church in Purcell, Oklahoma. Burial will be in the Hillside Cemetery in Purcell. Arrangements are under the direction of Wilson Little Funeral Home in Purcell, and you can send online condolences to www.wilsonlittle.com. Michael Kevin Winchester was 52 years of age when he was killed on Tuesday at the airport in Oklahoma City. He was born in Phoenix, Arizona on October the 19th, 1964. His family moved to Marietta, Oklahoma when he was 9 years old, and there he graduated in 1982 from high school. While in high school, he was excellent in football, basketball, and track. And after high school, Michael Winchester attended the University of Oklahoma. He was a punter and a 4-year Sooner football letter winner. He was a member of the 1985 National Championship Sooner team. He graduated from OU in 1986 with a degree in business and began his career of 30 years with Southwest Airlines in Oklahoma City. Michael lived in Washington, Oklahoma, where he raised his children and was married to the love of his life, Julie Johnson. Together, they committed countless hours supporting their children in their many activities. He was well respected by his co-workers and his community. In 1982, he became a member of the Bethlehem Primitive Baptist Church in Purcell, Oklahoma, and was ordained as a deacon. Michael's faith was the foundation upon which he built his life. This was evident in his service to the Lord, to his church, and to his family. And he is survived by his wife, Julie Winchester, and 6 children and many other family members. And she was a granddaughter of the late Harvey and Marie Bass of Muleshoe. It's time for Project Christmas Card. We ask you to figure how much you spend on your Christmas cards and then add the stamp cost. And don't forget your time is valuable too. And send that amount to Project Christmas Card for the Parkview Nursing Care Center here in Muleshoe. Take your contribution to either the First Bank, Muleshoe State Bank, or the Parkview, or you can simply mail it to the Parkview Nursing Care Center, 1100 West Avenue J, here in Muleshoe. 79347 is our zip code. Or you can hand it to Joy Stansel when you see her the next time. Deadline for getting your contribution in to Project Christmas Card is December the 14th. Just before Christmas, a giant Christmas card will be printed in the local paper, wishing your family and friends a very Merry Christmas. The money will be used at the Parkview Nursing Care Center to help the residents there feel more like it is their home. Thanksgiving is on its way, and the Muleshoe schools will be dismissed November 23rd through the 25th. And, of course, that is next Wednesday. Also, there's going to be a big Christmas tree lighting at 7 o'clock on Saturday, November the 26th, down at the National Mule Memorial Statue, because it's Small Business Saturday, and we say shop the shoe. That's the Muleshoe, and the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture will be asking you to shop at home in Muleshoe with these merchants between November 26th and December the 17th, and turn your receipts into the Chamber of Commerce for a chance to win big prizes right here for shopping at home in Muleshoe with Frying Cox, Do It Best, Mohawk Auto Parts, Tattered Tumbleweed, K&K Pharmacy, Lasting Impressions, Granddaddy's, Steve's Hat Shop, Stone Grace Boutique, Antiques and Fine Things, and Buy Wise. So don't forget, it's Small Business Saturday, and that is Saturday, November the 26th. So shop the shoe and do it right in Muleshoe. The community-wide Thanksgiving service sponsored by the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance will be held at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe at 6 o'clock Sunday evening. They will collect food and monetary donations for the Muleshoe Food Pantry. The Trinity Christian Center Church 17th Annual Benefit Concert for Muleshoe Meals on Wheels Incorporated will be held on Friday night, December the 2nd at 7 o'clock. Doors will open at the church at 6:30. This will be a tribute show to the 1960s and 70s music, and also a lot of Christmas songs will be in the concert too. That's the Trinity Christian Center's 17th annual concert to benefit Muleshoe Meals on Wheels will be Friday night, December the 2nd, starting at 7 o'clock. The doors will open at 6:30. St. Philip Neri Catholic Church at Pep will host its 71st annual Thanksgiving Festival, of course on Thanksgiving Day, November the 24th, next week, at St. Philip's Neri Parish Hall at Pep. That Pep famous German sausage, turkey dressing, and all the Thanksgiving trimmings will be served from 11 to 2. The country store will be filled with baked goods, crafts, sauerkraut, and festival t-shirts, and the children will enjoy a go fishing pond, grab bags full of surprises. All proceeds from the event will benefit the church. The cost, adult plates $12 and $6 for children under 6 years of age. Takeout plates will be available, and that will be at no extra charge. In our bargain basement, to give away to a good home an indoor kitten, please call 806-729-6479. If there is no answer, leave a message. On our prayer list, remember Janice Bradshaw recuperating from her surgery. Also, the family of Jeannie Kirby, the mother of Paula Benton of Muleshoe. Mrs. Kirby lived in Bovina, and she was 89 years of age. Remember Violet Dean and Doris Scott, Dorothy Sorley, Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner, Glenn Watkins, Clinton and Maxine Rogers, the family of Margaret Street, 58 of Muleshoe, the sister of Ruth Locker of Muleshoe, James Kemp, 90 of Muleshoe, and Jim Bickle, 87 of Ballinger. He was the brother of Benny Bickle of Muleshoe, and Jim Bickle was reared here in Muleshoe. Remember, please, Cody Johnson, his wife and children. Cody Johnson is a teacher at Muleshoe High School. Remember Jose Triana and little Paisley, the granddaughter of Miss Kevin Harris, who was born premature at University Medical Center's Children's Hospital in Lubbock on October the 20th.
Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6. As well, find it free of charge, on demand, anytime you want to listen to them. MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. The Conso Pearl is special. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 77 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504 or check their website out, bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope that you enjoy this Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
These are not white. They're purple and they're lavender and they're from Texas.
Concho pearls are found in waters around San Angelo, formed by the Concho River. They date back hundreds of years.
The 1920s, there was a local guy who used to harvest the pearls. And it was just a local kind of an oddity. Nobody thought really anything of it.
Mark Priest of Legend Jewelers in San Angelo is an expert on the Concho pearl.
We're kind of the home of the Concho pearl. I mean, I have done extensive research on the pearls. Why do they exist here? Why are they not white? Because the pearls exhibit pink and purple and lavender colors, not characteristic of typical freshwater pearls. The formation of the pearl is not a grain of sand. It's a parasite that we have here that seems to be a one-of-a-kind marriage between the presence of that parasite in our Tampico, which is the species of local shell.
Mark used to work with Bart Mann, who started making jewelry and art objects with the Concho pearl around 1960.
Bart went out to O.C. Fisher Lake and actually went out and hunted for some pearls himself, and he found a bit over 1,000 of them, which was enough to give him a seed inventory to start with.
The pearls, once plentiful in Lakes Nasworthy and O.C. Fisher, are rare now.
Oh, they're exceedingly rare. We used to get 3,000 or 4,000 pearls a year. Mostly our supply, probably through the 1980s, was kids out of school during the summertime. I mean, come on, you go out to Nasworthy, you spend 2 or 3 days hunting. Think about back then, come in, we buy the pearls for $100, $150. Wow. And things have changed, Our weather patterns have changed. 2 of the 3 lakes don't have a significant amount of water in them. Very few pearls really being found right now.
A few years ago, the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department started issuing licenses to hunt pearls in Texas.
There's like 7 people in the state of Texas now that have mussel shell licenses.
Concho pearls range in price from $60 to thousands of dollars.
Price is just not ever thought of when it comes to all other pearls. They're very, very special.
Mark Priest of Legend Jewelers in San Angelo. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.